Hello guys, welcome to part 19 in the Expert Clash series for Dawn of War Vanilla. Had quite a big break from the last episode in the series, enjoyed the summer heat a bit, and now back to the party. In the first game, in part 19, we'll have Milka, which is Benji, playing Chaos versus selects Eldar on Battle Marshes. This game was played in January 2005. The second game also played in January 2005. And then we'll move back to the games that were played in March 2005. Back to where we left off. Select brings a Bone Singer in Benji's base. We'll scout what Chaos is doing. Benji is getting only 2 cultist squads and a squad of Chaos Marines. At the top side, Select is playing through Aspect Portal, Generator and 2 Guardians.
We are shaped by fate just as we shape it.
From Select, only 2 Guardians and a squad of Banshees now out.
Our cries herald the coming of great pain for our enemies.
Maybe the Farseer will follow. Something now was ordered in the Aspect. Feels like it's gonna be a pretty long 1v1 game, this one.
My life is forfeit.
Okay, the first squad of Banshees reaches the Chaos base now. The Chaos Marines will be under assault in here. Benji orders the first squad of Chaos Marines to also capture a strategic point. Chaos Marines don't really have chances against the Banshees. Even with the Fleet of Foot enabled, 1 Chaos Marine has been killed. The Chaos Lord, Lord Bale, is here. A big threat for the Banshees, so Select decides to retreat. The Farseer is out.
We can serve you. We are eager to please. What is your wish, great one?
We exist to avenge our sisters.
A bit of a risk in here with the Farseer. She almost got slowed down by that Chaos Lord. Thanks to her Fleet of Foot, she manages to easily escape. The Lords slow down. Hi, Barry, I'm fine, thanks. Sacrificial Circle, almost finished here for Chaos. You can build it in tier 1 here in Vanilla. But what can you make out of it? In tier 1, I'm not sure. Maybe some upgrades, not much else. A few heretics in here killed by Select. I guess 2 of them will get killed.
What is your wish, great one? We are here to fulfill our duty.
time retreat from my mind.
Guardian squad, ready. What is your wish? My music is a pillar upon which whole
Soul Shrine placed on 85 to 10 income from select. He's got the map control.
The future seems so clear.
We exist to avenge our sisters.
Where is that squad of Chaos Marines? Seems like it got killed. I completely overlooked that. The squad of Marines is nowhere to be seen. Only cultists and the Lord left. Two squads of cultists, I guess. No, only one squad of cultists are now left. It means a squad of Chaos Marines and a squad of cultists has been killed by the bunches probably. And maybe the Farseer's abilities helped with that.
Nothing is hidden from my sight.
Here the Mind War goes into that Lord. The Farseer with the aid from the Guardians and Bunches should win this Lord easily. Even the Dark Reapers are here now. And reap the Chaos Lords. Now the possessed Chaos Marines are out. Not a threat, as long as Select will use his Fleet of Foot properly. And Benji will need the speed upgrade on this squad if he wants to really make good use of it. Without the speed boost they move way too slowly. Two squads of possessed Marines in here. Seems like Benji got out a bit too early. Has to run back in the base. 82-30 income. Sadly, one strategic point, one LP is still missing in here. Now he's building this at the 7th minute. Very late. Eldar's economy on the other hand much higher, 104 to 10. The tier 2 is up. Webhead gate is up.
How can we help?
And decent amount of squads. Two squads of Guardians nicely reinforced, two squads of Dark Reapers, Banshees, Farseer, and with tier 2 upgrades I'd expect them to defeat the possessed squads. A new Lord is here, absorbs the Mind War from the Farseer immediately, goes down half on HP. Under heavy fire from the Guardians and the Dark Reapers. Now also the Farseer and Banshees prioritizing that Lord. And look at that. Entangle ability used on the possessed Marines. They cannot move for some time. Completely broken ability in my opinion. Squad of Guardians being able to stun any infantry squad for about 10 seconds, I believe. That's a bit too much.
The time for war is nigh.
Select has to retreat, he's lost the Farseer. Somehow miraculously Benji managed to save that Chaos Lord.
The time for war is now.
Still no speed boost on the possessed squad. They move way too slowly. No problem at all for a good micro Eldar to deal with such unit combination on Chaos. Without Flamers they deal no damage at all if they cannot reach the Eldar. Also plasma grenades from the Guardians are being used. What these Chaos Marines can do is this thing, harass select economy. Take down his buildings if you cannot fight his army. Ignore it and take down economy instead. Another Mind War goes into the possessed Marine squad. The Lord is down apparently. One squad of possessed goes down. Killing the other one is only a matter of time now. Benji has to get away from here.
Show me the enemy.
Oh, the Lord Bale is actually alive. Benji sent him back to base. He wanted to save the Lord. The economy is not so good. That was a good decision. There goes another stun on the possessed squad. And it will get killed, most likely. Thanks to the low morale, they managed to run a bit faster. Select follows nicely and will not allow it to escape alive. Both squads of possessed Marines now down. 2 commanders left for Chaos and Machine Pit halfway finished. There goes another entanglement on the Lord now. Unfortunately, the focus is on the LP2, should have prioritized the Lord.
I see with purpose.
74 to 40 economy, almost unacceptable for Chaos, unplayable. He's probably ordering a Predator. There goes the Chaos Lord, down from the Mind War. For Select's economy is still good. Could have been better if he upgraded some LP2s and maybe build a few more generators. Well, he improved his macro game a lot. This is a game from January 2005. Later on, until March, he became much better at macro management. There go more generators from the Eldar. Only the Sorcerer and 2 Heretics on the map from Benji, a squad of cultists getting that critical location, not much else. And here comes the Chaos Predator. Select is not prepared. He should have gotten 3 Brightlands platforms by now and bring them here. I think they would have dealt with this Predator. A whole lot of infantry here, invested a lot in those squads. I see, Select actually transitioned to tier 3 in the meantime during this attack.
6 minutes until taking.
Probably wants those fire prisms, but they suck against Chaos Predators. 1 Chaos Predator can destroy 2 or 3 fire prisms, I assume. With this amount of infantry, even anti-vehicle is not necessary to take down 1 Predator. Will take a while, but it's possible. A third of HP already down. 2 new commanders full on HP, now into the Eldar's base. Could be a bit of a threat. Chaos Sorcerer also having some nasty abilities. Brightlands. One Brightlands is out finally. Sorcerer is going for it. Nice damage, by the way, to heavy infantry. The Lord looks like it got killed. Yeah, that's an aspiring champion in there. The sorcerer also went down. And without almost anti-vehicle at all, Select manages to fight back the Predator and two commanders.
It is a good pain.
4 minutes until take and hold victory.
Two Predators now a bigger threat. That's twice as much DPS. Could be a bit too much for this Eldar infantry. Needs more anti-vehicle. 4 Brightlands platforms should do the job. The squad of cultists with the aspiring champion took down a generator already and here for Select. And they do not have that power swords yet. It's not glowing. They probably don't have it. The close combat weapon upgrade, I mean. One Chaos Predator down. Well, I believe it paid off anyway. He killed a lot of punches with that Predator. The second one gets surrounded, assuming Benji probably cannot even move. Or maybe he's just winning time and sits in here like that. Something being produced in the support portal. A fire prism getting out and starting to harass the Chaos base would be perfect. Taking down those listening posts from the Chaos base.
We're here for the Dark Gods.
And maybe these sweet generators in here. 5 generators very close to each other. Nothing to defend them. Benji uses the Chaos Strength in tier 2 to the best of his abilities. Okay, the Fire Prism is here and Select decides to bring it home to defense. Let's see how it will deal with these Predators. Okay, one Predator down. Benji is overestimating the Fire Prism. I believe he is more afraid of those two bright lances. Their DPS is much higher to vehicles than this Fire Prism. Select jumps into Chaos base with the Fire Prism at home. A new Predator is out of the machine pit for Benji. The lone squad of cultists took down 3 generators around this LP1 and will now take down the shrine and maybe decap that relic as well. Very well done with the squad. Select loses himself, he doesn't know what to do. Idling at home. Doesn't upgrade economy. If he continues to play like that, Benji will take the advantage slowly. He probably will add more infantry. Again, 2 commanders out for Benji, 2 predators, a squad of Chaos Marines, 2 squads now equipped with missile launchers.
We have mastered the art of destruction.
From select, 3 squads of Dark Reapers, a squad of Guardians, a squad of Bunches, and a Farseer. Fire Prism getting repaired. There go the chains of Torment cast on the Bunches squad. Eldritch Storm being cast in here by the Farseer. A nice back and forth 1v1 game for the start. Both players doing some terrible job on the macro management side. They don't really care about economy at all, they are focused on the action mostly. Both of them playing it on extremely low income. 3 Chaos Predators now. If only Benji would be so kind and focus that Fire Prism with the Predators and not the Chaos Marines. It may seem as if the Fire Prism is actually taking down these Predators when in fact it's the Bright Lances focusing the Predators from afar. Fire Prisms are mostly effective against infantry and a lot more effective, I think, at base harass. Probably the best usage you can get for the Fire Prisms in Dawn of War Vanilla is jumping around your enemy's base and taking down buildings or economy. $70 to $60 income, economy decaying on both sides.
Prism cannons fully charged.
Select still having the map control advantage. Doesn't give him much, however. With the points on LP1s, only one LP2, and probably no global upgrades. Economy still very low.
Enemies! We need enemies. The enemy.
How do you destroy 3 Chaos Predators? 2 Chaos Marines and 2 full HP Chaos Lords. Commanders, Chaos Commanders, I mean. That will be challenging. Fire Prisms definitely won't do the job. They do tank the damage in this fight, while the Bright Lances destroy those Predators from range. Both of them extremely low on HP. Select sends them back for repairs. Benji should have scouted this side of the map, I think. Sending a predator in here, or maybe a squad of cultists again, and do the same what he did on the left hand side. Okay, and he's going for it now. He actually sees that support portal from the critical location vision. Hi Shagaft, good morning.
Enemy you wish to annihilate.
Our minds
I guess you haven't gone to sleep yet.
Heavy weapons to crush the
Maybe I should say good night.
command me to build.
Prism cannons fully charged.
2 Chaos Predators. Taking down a support portal won't be an issue. Select completely out of position. 3 Fire Prisms will not help in this fight. I would bet on that. What Select should have done is jump over the wall in the Chaos base and try to take down his HQ perhaps. All of these production buildings. Machine Pit is almost down. Decision making from Select is terrible in this game. When you cannot win the fight, avoid it. Go for harass instead. Base harass. And from Benji, the big mistake, probably the biggest mistake, is ignoring the bright lenses. They have been up for Select for about 10 minutes now, these two. They should have been prioritized and destroyed immediately at first sight. 2 fire prisons already down, only 1 left. And 2 predators down. Oh, and look at that, so sweet. Benji will do the same with the cultists now on the right hand side. Relic. Take down slowly these buildings. And this is what Chaos sees. 2 critical locations under control. If this outpost goes down for the Eldar, it's over. Chaos will win. He's already got the slight advantage on economy. It feels like the predators are a bit too much for the Eldar to deal with.
Take us into the thick of it.
This ambush from the Eldar certainly will not work. Chaos DPS is a bit too much. Well, maybe with 3 Brightlands platforms it will be possible. If the Chaos Predators go down, actually it's still possible for the Eldar to do something in this game. Big problem is Eldar's economy, only 61 income on requisition and 20 on power. Super low. Terrible focus from Select.
Guardian squad ready.
Identify the enemy you wish to annihilate.
4 minutes until taken hold victory.
Yes, master. At your command.
We are doomed.
Fire prism at the ready.
Now that LP2 won the left hand side, definitely not worth it. It will take ages for it to pay off on a red relic. If you find yourself late in the game on a red strategic point, having to rebuild it, building the first listening post is
3
worth it.
minutes until
Upgrading
taken
it is
hold
most
victory.
likely not. Only if you expect the game to last another 10 minutes, probably it'd be worth upgrading it. Otherwise, just don't. Save for a second HQ instead.
Fire prism at the ready.
Well, the way I see it, it's over. Select cannot recover with this economy. Benji is growing in numbers, recovers the Chaos Marine squads, the commanders are back, and 3 Chaos Predators, and a 4th one incoming.
I am here to lead you.
Take us into the thick of it.
The Chaos players were abusing this Chaos strength in Dawn of War Vanilla. The strongest vehicle in tier 2, the Chaos Predator. A ton of DPS to anything and a lot of HP.
Yes, Lord.
Eldar still has the tools to destroy them. With enough bright lances, no amount of predators is an issue. Orks, however, have a much bigger problem with them. Two predators down. Good focus from Benji this time, taking down the bright lances, prioritizes them. Well, Select doesn't have much else anyway. And this is the end of Eldar. Three Bone Singers at once, repairing the Fire Prism, will not save the day. Select overextending. Benji is happy with the game, he enjoyed it a lot. Sending a hint to Select that it's time to quit. And he does. GG. 35 minutes almost. Well, with the overextension we could say 30. A lot of action, a lot of mistakes. Well, it wasn't played for money, so understandable. Cannot expect perfect play. Next up, it's one guy versus Insane. On Fallen City, Orks versus Eldar. Okay, I know what will happen in this game. I've read a lot about this on the forums, but I will not spoil.
We are shaped by fate.
Basically, the Eldar players trying to prove that Orks are stronger, ironically. Let's see if that will be the case. I will try to point out on both players' strengths and mistakes. Two squads of Guardians from Insane for the start aspect, and the generator from one guy. The good old opening. You get a war banner and a generator all the time almost in Dawn of War Vanilla. Two squads of Slugger Boys and the mech.
Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
A Warp Spider squad from Insane.
We are shaped by fate just as we shape it.
Green is best. Where to?
Sending it to kill the Gretchens. One guy reacts immediately to the Warp Spider's jump. Well done. Sends the Gretchens inside the listening post. And will save them. The Slugger Boys are here. They will not reach the squad of Warp Spiders alive because they are nicely reinforced already. Feels like the squad of Slugger Boys is dead. And the LP2 has been upgraded. I am not sure if that squad of Gretchens was saved or not. The last module probably got inside. Well, look at that. Insane is losing a lot of Warp Spiders to the LP2. It was not the greenskins who destroyed them, it was this LP2 shooting at the squad. So he lost about 5 or 6 Warp Spiders to this LP2. The squad hasn't paid off even if it killed a squad of Slugger Boys. Insane lost too many resources with that reinforcement. And that's in the early game. He failed to capture a strategic point on the far left, lost it to the Orks, but he took the one on the right from the Orc instead. There he loses another 1 or 2 Warp Spiders from this LP2. That's a ton of resources. Unfinished payload guns from one guy. Well, both players already messing up. Was this a misclick? I don't know. 3 squads of Gretchens from Orks. 1 squad idling instead of building the payload guns. Going into 5th minute into the game, Eldar almost has nothing besides these warp spiders. That's the 5th minute. Okay, the Farseer also is out. That's actually the standard timing for the Farseer. If you make a squad of warp spiders and invest some resources in it, you'd get the Farseer close to the 5th minute. Mind War gets absorbed by the mech, half HP goes down. 2 or 3 more warp spiders getting killed by this LP2. And another 2 spiders killed by the big mech. This big fat boy already paid for himself, I guess. Messing around with the Eldar. That caused Insane to lose a lot of warp spiders.
What would you have us do?
Don't bother me. I'm working on something. Yeah.
Even if the mech gets killed, it has done the job already.
Strike quickly.
The warp spiders which died fighting this mech around the listening post also, the cost of those warp spiders was much higher than the cost of the mech, and you can produce a new mech very quick in Dawn of War Vanilla. 2 war banners and the LP2 on the left hand side, on the lower left of Eldar's base. 92 to 30 economy for both players. Equal economy. One moment, guys. Had to check something.
We are shadowy death.
In the meantime, one guy manages to hit 80 population cap on Orc. And guess what? The blaster cannon probably incoming on the big mech. The LP2 gets destroyed. I assume it got destroyed by 2 Warp Spiders grenades.
You need something fixed.
Taking down 2 War Banners shouldn't be any issue. Now that the LP2 is destroyed. Or maybe it will be an issue if the mech gets the custom blaster. 1 banner down. Well, not a big loss. Nice jumps with the Warp Spiders and stuff. But did they really pay for itself? Considering all the upgrades costs, all the reinforcement cost. They killed Gretchens, Slugger Boys now took down this Orc outpost here. But they were being reinforced almost at all times. Feels like it set back Insane quite a lot. Only now he is building the Soul Shrine at the 8th minute. Orc loses 2 War Banners. He's got the mech shop already. Basically 1 tier ahead of the Eldar. 74 to 30 against 110 to 30. Eldar's economy much better, but he's behind in tech.
Victory countdown.
Now we'll see a bunch of Warp Spiders fighting vehicles, probably. Insane getting close to the LP2 and taking it down with the grenade. Here comes the new mech out. He's got the custom blaster now. Insane sees the scary weapon and jumps away immediately. 1 hit from that custom blaster, if it hits successfully, it can kill like 2-3 Warp Spiders at once. Feels like one guy orders the mech to attack ground instead of focusing the squads. I guess there was an issue with accuracy in Dawn of War Vanilla, and you had to attack ground in range instead of changing stance on the squads. It will reduce accuracy by 90% or something in the early versions of the game until it got fixed. 2 war tracks out for 1 guy. The LP is restored. A new generator is placed. Economy will go up slowly for Orc. In the meantime, Insane has to catch up with Orc's tech. With this economy it should be possible. Eldar's problem now, however, is lack of anti-vehicle. He wasted the Warp Spider grenades on that LP2 on the Orc base. Now he's waiting for the Brightlands platforms, I assume. Doesn't get out yet. The right way to play it, actually. But now he's gonna start and lose a lot of Warp Spiders. For some reason he jumps into the middle of these Orc vehicles along with the mech in there and loses a squad of Warp Spiders. A lot of spiders from the other 2 squads also get killed by the custom blaster and the 2 war tracks. Basically I trade a bunch of Warp Spiders again for a big mech and a war track. A lot more expensive for the Eldar, I would say. Each Warp Spider is about 60 requisition per 1 Warp Spider, and I'm not sure how much power, maybe 5 or 10 power for a Warp Spider. That's a lot of resources when you sum it up.
What is your wish?
Well, considering the Eldar economy, he could actually afford to lose. Can recover, no problem. During that fight, one guy's upped his economy a lot. 119 to 40 now. And there goes a new big mech. 2 hits, and how many warp spider died? Well, around 4 at least. And now the entire Guardian squad also gets killed by the mech. Yeah, the damage is ridiculous on the custom blaster, there's no doubt about that. But in this case, Insane knew about the upgrade, so instead of investing in infantry, in warp spiders or guardians, he has to change his game and maybe go for vehicles, or at least produce heavy infantry.
Strike quickly while our enemy slumbers. Waiting here is but a phase of our existence. Strike quickly while our enemy...
It actually shows that the warp spiders are heavy infantry, but well, maybe they are, but they have extremely low HP.
Strike quickly while our enemy slumbers.
Tier 3 up for Orks.
Victory countdown has begun.
A very good map vision on the Eldar, 3 critical locations controlled. Still, Orks in common requisition is higher. Right now.
Quickly, take us to the battle.
Insane keeps producing more and more warp spiders. Super expensive. He's got 4 squads of them now. What could certainly work better is Shuriken platform mass. They don't die as quick from the war tracks or the custom blaster. There we go again. So much investment into this warp spider squad, and it gets slaughtered by a cheap war track.
What do you know of war?
I have to point out at this Eldar mistakes,
Fear the judgment of the
because
council.
the players were arguing big time that the Orc is having advantage in this matchup. A bunch of Eldar biased players basically whining about Orcs' strengths, but have they noticed how many mistakes were done by the Eldar in this game? That's the key, very important.
Shall I divine your next move?
Orcs are strong, definitely, but I do not think they are stronger than the Eldar. When played correctly, Eldar should be toying with work. It gets more and more difficult for the Eldar as the game goes. Orcs getting very strong later on, no doubt. Not imbalanced at all, right? Let's see how fast these things can take down a work barrack. Well, that was about 10 seconds, not more, and they even missed a few times. 10 seconds to take down the boy's hut. About 3 to 5 seconds to take down a war track if well focused. I do not see any issue with the Eldar's capability. I think Insane did a mistake with producing so many warp spiders. It's a very expensive squad for what it does. At this point in time, Eldar probably has better things to do. Maybe Dark Reaper mass even. It probably can outrange the mech's custom blaster. The new mech is here, under the Mad Dog's fighting juice, kills a lot of warp spiders again. I wonder what would happen if you actually make a squad of bunches and send it to the mech to fight him in close combat. Will it still be able to shoot with that gun? A war boss alone and a tank buster squad almost took down Eldar's base entirely. Not much left to see in here. Insane is trying to do the same on the other side of the map. He's doing it a lot more slowly, however. Not clear yet who's winning this. 102 to 10 income on Eldar. 116 to 40 for Orks. Huge bank for one guy. Insane decided to completely ignore the war boss and the squad of tank busters. He should have brought a squad of warp spiders or two back home to kill the tank busters at least. Here comes a new mech. I believe another squad of warp spiders has been killed. The fire prism is here. Tier 3 from Eldar also. The base trade this time works much worse for Insane. Fire prisms produced at home. Well, it cannot kill a commander. It will take it 5 minutes probably to take down that war boss. Not viable option. What Insane needed in here feels like Dark Reapers, really. Dark Reaper mass instead of warp spiders. A lot higher DPS. Two commanders, right? And combined with the bright lenses, I think they would have done great. And maybe some nice web gates positioning. Insane is not happy with the gun. Well, don't feed him with those warp spiders then.
Who you want me to cut? Prism cannons fully charged.
One guy even says this work gun is unbeatable. Disagreed. I think we have already seen a lot of Eldar players countering this work build without much trouble. You just have to produce different infantry. Maybe bunches instead of warp spiders early, or just dark reapers.
Hello? Who's there? No pain, no gain.
I've lost count how many squads of warp spiders were produced by the Eldar to only be slaughtered by this custom blaster. Almost felt as if this was done intentionally. Some terrible management on the warp spiders also early game. lost a lot of resources losing those warp spiders to LP2s even before the custom blaster was up.
Good bits for this fight. Eyes too big to look in through the other part.
This is the end. I'm gonna speed it up. Not much to see. If you play a wrong build as the Eldar, no doubt the Orc will dominate you. The Orcs are strong, probably the second strongest faction after the Eldar in Dawn of War Vanilla. So these first two games were played in January 2005, the next one will be from March 2005, from where we left off in the previous Expert Clash episode. Third game played on Deadman's Crossing. Sleign from Team Xeno will be playing Orks in the lower left, and his opponent is Texta in the upper right playing Eldar. Okay, the same matchup once again.
Where's the fighting? Yeah? Yeah? Where's the fighting?
Standard opening on Orks. Same as in the previous game basically. Texta actually goes for 3 Guardian squads and probably a Farseer. Well, at least I hope so. I do not want Warp Spiders again in this matchup. It's probably the worst possible opening from the Eldar. Yes, you can kill a squad of Slugga boys and maybe some Gretchens if you're lucky, if the Orc is not fast enough to react and retreat from those Warp Spiders.
What is your wish?
Okay, so that will be 3 squads of Guardians from Texta and the Farseer. I like this opening a lot more in this matchup.
The future seems so
My
clear.
music is a pillar.
It's safer and also much better for economy, I think. Cheaper also. It allows you to even upgrade LP2s if you wish. And transition in whatever build you want from here. Something which the Warp Spiders opening do not allow you to do. Not flexible at all. If you fail, you're dead. Too much of an investment. Three squads of Slugga boys from Sleign and the mech. Gets caught here in the negative cover, outnumbered. Slowed down by the Mind War and loses half HP. Well, don't get out like that with the mech. I bet Sleign was expecting Warp Spiders. I guess the Eldar players learned it the hard way. To not produce Warp Spiders in this matchup.
Command me to build.
It's a very universal unit, squad, unit type. Can be countered easily, however, by War Tracks or Custom Blaster, as we've seen in the previous game. And they even die like flies from the LP2s, where here comes the first squad of Warp Spiders. Texta wants to go for them anyway. Dark Creepers take a lot more micro, a lot more effort to play, so
needs to be done.
Warp Spiders as the cheaper option in terms of effort. Of course, they are not cheap at all on resources. Just easier to control them while they have those jumps at least. Texta is doing a terrible job, however, and he loses 3 Warp Spiders in this fight. Maybe even the entire squad.
Quickly, take us to the battle.
Okay, 2 Warp Spiders actually got killed, the other 2 escaped on very low HP.
Naturally.
2 Warp Spiders killed for nothing.
Quickly, take us to the battle. My music is a pillar upon which whole worlds have been built.
They are such low mobility that even Slugger Boys can chase them, even Gretchens can keep them busy. They are only good with the jumps and when they have the grenades. After that they are very easy to deal with. Second Warp Spider squad out. Fast tier 2 from Texta. I actually like it from Texta. He's prioritizing better than Insane in the previous game.
What do you know of war?
He transitioned to tier 2 after the first Warp Spider squad, not after 4 squads. Much faster tech, faster optics, that means, and faster armor upgrade.
What?
What is your wish? What do you
The
know of
enemy
war?
cannot hide from my sight.
Strike quickly while our enemies
Rain is best. Yeah? Orks, though. Where's the fighting? Green is best. Where to?
We are shadowy death.
Naturally.
All Eldar must
Victory
answer the
countdown
call.
has begun.
We are here to fulfill our duty. What do you Guardian Squad ready?
Six minutes until take and hold victory.
I just realized that my stream actually restarted.
I'm not doing anything.
So I was muted for about 3 minutes probably.
All Eldar must answer the call. Quickly, take us to
In
the
this
battle.
time, Texta builds the big generator, pays 400 requisition I believe instead of 600.
5 minutes until take and hold victory.
Not sure on the exact cost on these small generators on Eldar, probably 165. Well, that's a lot more expensive. If you want to get plus 40 from these small generators than the big generator, that's for sure. Tier 3 up for Texta, support portal up, and tier 3 up for Sleign now.
What's it?
No vehicles out yet from that mech shop, only one war track. He saves resources for the nobs, I assume. From Texta, 3 squads of guardians, well reinforced.
Four minutes until take and hold victory.
Identify the enemy.
And a fire prism is out. Can be sent on harass.
What do you want?
No nobs, actually. Is this Free Slugger Boys mass or what? Yeah, very much feels like it. A lot of Slugger Boys are being produced. It's probably the Free Slugger Boys. I am not 100% sure if there was this upgrade in vanilla, but I see that Sleign just produced 3 Slugger Boy squads. Can you produce 3 sluggers in vanilla?
3 minutes until
I do not remember.
I have the power of God and Mark.
Second fire prism out. Texta decides to idle with them instead of jumping around and harassing Orks base. In this time could have done some damage, distract Sleign a bit.
Something fixed.
A Killer Ken is out, perfect to deal with those fire prisms in my opinion. This one's got the upgraded anti-vehicle gun or not? Not yet. Still the big shooter. It was a rocket launcher from the boys. But what I noticed in vanilla is that the Killer Ken anti-vehicle upgraded weapon has a very high accuracy. So it's probably worth getting Killer Cans and upgrade those weapons when you see Fire Prism Moss. Two Warp Commanders and a Killer Ken, a few Slugger Boys, managed to deal with all that Eldar infantry, no threat at all. Warp Spiders once again turned useless in the matchup, the Guardians even more so, without a single upgrade probably. Fire prisms in fights certainly will not win. They have to be sent on harassing the orc base, take down those low HP buildings.
Prism cannons fully charged.
Sleign keeps massing those slugger boys, most likely free. Otherwise I cannot explain why wouldn't he go for the knobs squads instead. He's probably making free slugger boys and adds knob leaders to them. Also equips with missile launchers.
I want to get stuck in here, boys.
Has begun.
Two killer cans taking down the Eldar outpost, the Eldar shrine at the top side of the relic, and two commanders taking down the lower relic. Work now can gain control of that. Not enough power, and I believe Sleign was floating a lot on requisition. A few moments ago he could have built a big generator.
6 minutes until taken hold victory.
Feels as if he's producing those killer cans on Overwatch in the mech shop, so he runs out of power all the time. Here we go into the next fight in the lower position of the map. Warp spiders again suffering. Easy counter for the orcs. Eldar players have to look for other ways in defeating the orc. Well, a few slugger boys have been killed by those spiders. I'd say they hadn't paid off anyway. Now there's two support portals producing fire prisms non-stop. The fire prisms which cannot destroy the killer cans. What should have been produced all this time from the Eldar is shuriken cannon platforms from all these webway gates and brightness platforms. All these green skins would have been dead long ago. Sleign is having a lot of fun with the green skins. Originally he's a main in Chaos, not Orks. I bet he's having a good time when he wins top players with his non-main faction. Keeps bringing more and more killer cans and more boys closer to the Eldar's base. Be killed by the fire prisms. $152 to 95 income. 120 to 93. GG gets called by Texta. I hope he learned something from this game at least. This looks terrible. Once again we see how Orc dominates into an Eldar player that produces and relies a lot on Warp Spiders and Fire Prisms. This may work against Space Marines and Chaos Marines, and maybe even Eldar Mirror, but not against Orcs. And I very much hope that we'll soon see a game where the Eldar can beat such an Orc build. Three pretty long games. I have to do a stream restart. For some reason it restarts by itself. Some issues. I will try to restart it and be back live in a moment. Okay, I should be back live. Let's jump into game 4. I do not want the stream to last for too long. So jumping from game to game as quick as I can, and will even fast speed from time to time, so that I can save as much time as possible. In game 4 we have chosen Korbah, or just Korbah, his main nickname. A Chaos main player enters the series. We're gonna get familiar with his horror tech build. Playing against Lich. Lich, already popular in these Expert Clash videos and streams. Very weird start. What is this? It's the first time I see this build opening on Orc. 3 war banners before the boy's hut. Why do you build them so quick? I have no idea.
What's it? What's it? We will serve you, and in return, grant us the power of the Dark Gods. Enemies of the Dark Gods, beware!
From Chaos we've got 4 squads of cultists and no Chaos Temple. What I said at the start, this is gonna be Korbah's horror tech build. He will do Sacrificial Circle instead of Chaos Temple. He's probably going tier 2 already. I'm not sure if it's possible to go tier 2 without the Sacrificial Circle actually. We'll find out. Okay, I see why Lich went for 3 fast banners. He wanted fast Storm Boys. He probably expected what that Korbah would do no Chaos Temple, so he can harass safely at the start. Storm Boys easily dealing with these cultists, no threat. Now the LP2 will be a threat. Storm Boys have to run away. Korbah builds a turret very close to the HQ. Storm Boys cannot do around this turret, cannot do anything. without the armor and no leader. Can't take down a generator. That means they have to retreat. Well, LP2 mass, what I see coming in here from Chaos. 3 LP2s already upgraded.
What can we do for you? We're ready. What can we do for you?
Good job with the Storm Boys from Lich. He actually killed 2 cultist squads already. And even a heretic now got taken down.
What are you waiting for? This is taking forever.
No more jumps for... Okay, 1 more jump for the Storm Boys. Lich manages to save his squad. In the meantime, he gets full map control. But still low economy. 80 to 0. Against 92 to 20. With lower map control, Korbah's economy will be higher. Okay, so as Chaos you still have to build the Chaos Temple and the Armory for being able to transition to tier 2. Otherwise Korbah's wouldn't build them so quick.
Anything for the great powers.
Storm Boys is ready for a fight.
Huge range on that turret.
Storm Boys is ready for a fight.
Third generator placed by Chaos. He's playing a very defensive economy based build. Something new we see on Chaos in the series. New builds, the meta develops slowly.
My life is forfeit. Anything for the great powers. Whatever you desire.
Lich's economy also getting better slowly. And builds the tier 2 banner now. I think he can already place that mech shop.
I'm not doing anything.
Victory countdown has begun.
Tier 2 up now for Chaos, waiting for the horrors and maybe predators. The machine pit is placed. A 5th generator being built. That will be 92 to 60 to 50 economy.
My life is forfeit.
Better economy on Orks still. But almost no infantry, no units on the map to fight the incoming predators.
What is it? We
Rockets launchers on the boys probably won't
6
be enough.
minutes until take and hold victory.
Grant us the gifts of the Chaos Gods, Great One.
Okay, Lich decides to go in. Now with the Storm Boys, all these boys got the Nob Leaders also, and the mech is around. The turret and the LP2 will be destroyed. The cultists will not save the day in here. Don't even know why Korbah chose to produce them. Okay, for the grenade launchers. They do have some DPS with the grenade launchers. They won't die like flies, however. Not worth the investment.
5 minutes until taken hold victory.
Feels bad for Chaos, feels really bad, painful. His economy will drop, loses an LP2. Waits for that Chaos Predator to get out, and maybe soon the Horrors. Dominant looking position right now for Orks. Can Chaos make a comeback? From what I can see, what I can predict is it's probably impossible, but what do I know?
What can we do for you?
How can I serve?
What can we do for you?
Sorcerer is here, casts the main ability,
4 minutes until taken hold
scares
victory.
away those Storm Boys. Lich retreats.
Good bits for this fight.
You favor us with your attentions. Yes, Lord.
Cultists with the grenades dealing nice DPS to Orks. Now the boys, these boys have some resistance from the custom gadgets, so they weren't damaged properly by the cultists. They will survive. And most likely they do have also the armor upgrade. Lich takes control of one of Chaos strategic points on the right hand side of his base. What is he producing in this? Okay, Predator is out. Very slow production of Predators. Only the second one about to get out soon. And now we'll see how Lich can handle the Chaos Predator mass. Can't really call it a mass yet, but I guess it will be a mass soon of 2-3 Predators. And there's nothing yet from Orks to stop them.
Green is best.
Slugger Boys, Storm Boys will not stop Predators. Lich transitioned to tier 3 during this map control domination. And maybe we'll now produce those killer cans, I hope. And the war boss will be necessary, of course. It's out. The second Predator is out. It went towards the top right to take back control of this strategic point. Very important for Chaos. Good decision. Okay, Killer Ken is out from Lich. Very nice. I like it now. Will not complain. Feels like Orc is doing the right thing. He also had that grenade on the mech. He threw it already in the Predator. 1000 HP down on the Predator. Shooter Boys equipped with rocket launchers. Very nicely damaging that Predator. Korbah is forced to retreat. He's also lost all the cultists in the area. And so Lich fights back the predator, the lone predator on the left. Not a threat when it's only one of them. You have to make 3, I believe, and then it will be more challenging for Orks. There's 3 of them out now, one very low on HP, has to be repaired. And I do not see any horrors yet. When will they land?
After 1,000 battles, one only sees death. You need something fixed?
Huge wave of green skins in here marching towards chaos. Korbah restored 2 squads of cultists, reinforces them and equips grenade launchers. Lich goes in. The squad of Storm Boys is down. There go the horrors finally. 2 squads being landed at once, and in vanilla they are both anti-vehicle and anti-infantry, I believe. Lich wants to tie them up in close combat, preventing any ranged damage from the horrors. 3 squads of horrors now and 2 chaos predators. Third one almost down. I see the horrors also deal damage on the mold. Very nice damage being done. Lich caught off guard completely. What an outplay by Korbah. This was beautifully executed. He let Orc get very close, then unexpectedly drops 3 squads of horrors, which killed most of the Orc infantry. Only the 2 Orc commanders left. A very high income for Orc still to make a comeback, it's possible. He can reproduce those units at least. Will that help though? That's hard to tell. 98 to 50 income, that's tier 2.5 from Chaos against tier 3 Orc. The Orcs have been slaughtered in this fight. Unexpected. Korbah pushes in with a counter-attack now that the Orcs are dead and knows that Lich cannot do much about it. Takes down another 2 war banners in here and the Orc listening post. The killer can's no longer a threat with so many horrors on land. Okay, the knobs are here. Now that's a much better option probably against horrors. They won't get killed as quick.
I want to get stuck in with the boys.
A lot of shooter boys with rockets, launchers and some big shooters on a shooter boy squad. That's probably to deal with the horrors from range. A good combination right now from Lich. Korbah's economy only getting higher but very slowly. 110 to 79 now. Global upgrade is up on power. A very unique, beautiful game in here from Chaos. Something new in Dawn of War Vanilla. Let me see. Lich wants to get out of his base, jumps in with the mech and the knobs. He probably killed a few horrors in this fight. Another 2 squads will land, however. Focus going mostly into the knobs. More and more horrors landing. Very annoying for a Lich, I bet. And 3 Chaos Predators. How do you deal with all that? A 4th Chaos Predator is on the way. And the amount of horrors is ridiculous. Very nice to see how the players develop their builds. A new build on Chaos. Not enough power income right now for Orks. He won't be able to keep up with this killer can production. Has to build 4 more generators or what? He's only got 2 in the base and he's got the global upgrade on power. I think he lost a few generators. He probably had more than 2. Otherwise there's no point in making that global upgrade in power. 1-2 generators. Lich wants to go into that Chaos base. He actually manages to kill a lot of horrors. Can he deal with the Chaos Predators, however? Not enough anti-vehicle. I bet not. The killer cans slowly will be taken down by the Predators. A new sorcerer in here casts his sweet ability. Looks very much like Korbah is gonna do a comeback again. Terrible focus from Lich. Focuses on the stronghold. He realizes he can't really chase the Predators, considering how Korbah is always controlling the Predators and retreating from the killer cans. Lich is also surprised by how effective this Chaos build is. Lich once again having to retreat. A tier 3 orc on a much higher income, losing to a tier 2.5 Chaos unit combo. Chaos Predators and Horrors.
Hello? Who's there?
Basically all you need to defeat Orks. Instead of whining on balance, the players are looking for new ways on how to deal with their most scary opponents. Hi Joe and Jimmy, welcome.
Ready for stomping.
Beautiful game from both sides. I enjoyed it. I cannot complain on how Lich played. Cannot blame him. It's probably the first time he faces such a chaos build. It's gonna take some brainstorming to figure out how to beat this. The only way probably is to be super aggressive early on maybe fast shoot-up boy mass with big shooters would work. You'd probably be able to beat horrors with them. And you have to make sure the chaos player is not able to build that machine pit. There we go with the horrors again, landing behind the orc forces. How many squads of horrors? 5 horror squads from Korbah and 4 chaos predators. Instead of complaining that the heretics do not repair fast enough, Korbah actually sends them even into the front line to repair these predators at all times. Very well done. Actually trying to use the full potential of the chaos faction. I love it. The Orc HQ is down, the barracks are down, no more producing buildings besides this one left in the corner, and Lich is still struggling. What do you guys think Orc has to do in order to beat this? If he cannot stop chaos in tier 1, what should Orc do? A Storm Boy squad for each horror squad perhaps, with a Nob leader. Sounds as if it might work, and maybe a lot of tongue busters. GG gets called by a Lich, he's got outplayed. Very nice game. Another long one. 4 games in, and we're 1 hour and 49 minutes running into the stream. Very long games. Next up, it's gonna be Lich versus Santiago. On Railway. A very popular map already in the series. We've had it a lot in Select versus Texta games in the previous video. And the Select versus Viper. At the top side, Santiago were playing Chaos. Back in Vanilla, when he started playing, he was a Chaos player, not Orc. Later on, he became a Orc main. One of the strongest Orcs in Dawn of War history, even. Santiago plays versus Lich again. Lich positioned in the lower side of the map. No 3 war banners this time. It's gonna be standard.
Grant us the gifts of the Chaos Gods, great
No
one.
generator from Santiago.
My lord.
He will be playing standard, also a squad of Chaos Marines and Chaos Lord probably.
At your command.
No, 2 squads of Chaos Marines, but he can afford the Chaos Lord also. It's probably on the way now.
Yes, Lord.
At your command.
What I noticed when I played Chaos in Vanilla is the power cost on commanders
Yes, master.
a lot higher. It's 90 power cost on the Chaos Lord. And about 250 requisition. for a commander.
At your command.
A bit more expensive.
Yes, master.
From Lich, the mech is out already. Was sent towards the Chaos base. Here Santiago succeeds and delays the pylon guns build. Not for long, however. They have to go back and deal with that mech. Actually no, the Lord is out. The Lord alone was able to push back that
We're
mech.
here for the dark gods.
What? You need something fixed? Yeah.
Shooter boys with big shooters incoming from Lich. 2 squads now. And the big shooters can even be equipped on the slugger boys.
Your will?
Probably would be somewhat risky since they are so expensive.
Yes,
Going all in on big shooters so early on.
at your command.
Could be worth the risk
Your attention.
in this case actually. No generator yet from Santiago. Feels like he's gonna stay in tier 1 for quite a while. Third squad of Chaos Marines now out. A wheel tank in with the Lord into the LP1. Should be able to take down the pylon guns. It is Dawn of War vanilla. No mods. LP1 and the pylon guns trade for an LP1 for now.
We're here for
Chaos
the
Temple
gods.
still up. Looks like it's gonna be a base trade, but how deep can Chaos go? Can they actually take down the settlement, I wonder? Oh no, the Lord will die too quick. Already half HP down. Well, the war banners, the generators should be possible to destroy. The Chaos Lord will be sacrificed. He's tanked all the damage. The boys' hut will go down. Actually, the Chaos Marines dealing the damage a lot faster compared to these Orks in here, even if they have the big shooters. Piotr, what do you mean there is no sound? It shows that I have the sound actually. Maybe your sound is muted. There were some issues with the sound a while back in the stream. Maybe you're not live yet. If you're behind in stream, you might have some moments when there's no sound because my stream restarted, and when the stream restarts my microphone gets muted. And if I do not notice, I will be muted. Very nice trade in here for Santiago. He actually succeeds, I think, and will take down the settlement. Very well done. 1 second. Yeah, Jimmy, that's something like that. You can actually play whatever style you prefer, but ideally you have to be fast and you have to be active throughout the game, not just sit in the base.
Anything for the great powers.
Okay, so the orc base is down. Some were Lich rebuilds. At the top side, he's got a new boy's hut, a war banner and a pile of guns. Will take ages until this chaos stronghold will go down. Santiago rebuilds the listening posts. He doesn't have enough to rebuild the chaos temple. He will have enough once this is finished. He doesn't need a new stronghold just yet. $50-0 income for Santiago against 36-0 for Lich. Well done by Lich, already captured the points from his opponent's side.
Yes, master.
And there goes the new Chaos Temple for Chaos. The cultist squad ideally should have stayed in here to get this relic. Huge resilience from the Chaos Stronghold, the Greenskins struggling to take it down.
Bless us, great one.
Okay, and Lich sends the squad of Gretins to scout the lower side of the map. He wants to find out where's Santiago's last building. Will that help though? Not the best engagement in here from Santiago. He took the risk to get close. There's a upgraded war banner in there. I lost quite a few Chaos Marines. Stronghold almost down for Chaos. Won't be possible to breach through this orc outpost. Chaos Stronghold down, Santiago's economy immediately drops by -20 income on requisition. 30-10 now. 54-0 for Lich. Santi says this was a strange game. It's not was, it still is. It's far from over. Very far from over.
Yes, my lord.
We can serve you. We are eager to please.
The Lord is out.
What is your wish? Great one. Whatever you desire.
The income and the bank on Chaos is unbearable. A bad fight for Chaos will be the end. But I do not expect a bad fight from Chaos. In fact, it could be extremely bad for Orc in this case. Lich decides to jump in. With the mech and the boys. Chaos Marines killed quite a few shooter boys in the squad. The big shooters are dying. The Lord gets in the fight. He wants to take down that mech. There's no jump on the mech, remember, and he's got no morale now. Most likely he's gonna lose the fight in here. Mech without morale. The fatalities keeps him alive for a bit longer. And it goes down now. If the big mech is down, killing the remaining orcs becomes a lot easier now.
What? Yeah?
And we end up with 54-0 income for Orks. There's no stronghold on Lich, he doesn't have enough power to build a new mech, I assume. And he cannot build generators without an Orc stronghold. Now what will keep this Orc alive is probably the barrack and this war banner. Ideally, Santiago has to run all the way back and attack through this way, perhaps. The war banners on this front are not upgraded yet.
Yes. Your will? I am here to lead you. My lord!
My life is forfeit. My life is forfeit.
Not enough power for Lich to produce a new mech. It's gonna take ages for him until he rebuilds a new Orc stronghold. And then build a generator for being able to bring back that mech. Without the mech, engaging into those chaos forces is difficult.
Your will?
Victory countdown has begun.
The players probably will sit back for some time. I will speed this up until the action begins. If you want to read the chat, you can pause the video.
What are you waiting for? This is taking forever.
Okay, Santiago goes towards the lower left now, will engage from the other side and goes in. Is this enough to kill these green skins? What I know for a fact is that the Chaos Marines probably have more HP and the Orcs don't have any upgrades, most likely. A lot of Chaos Marines getting slaughtered by the Storm Boys. Good choice from Lich to produce the Storm Boys. Santiago upgrades those LP2s. One LP2 upgraded. Boosted that income a bit. Lich pushing the limits. He's doing whatever he can. And he's about to give up. He's even asking for a rematch. Because he's lost a lot of green skins in this fight. But so did Santi. He lost a lot of Chaos Marines. This is no time to give up yet. It's gonna last.
Please, no more kissing.
Bless us,
Lich asking for a rematch. Santiago is ready to give him that. And guess what? Nobody's about to quit. Why do they even ask then?
We're ready.
What do you want? Yes, master.
Only a squad of Marines left and a Chaos Lord. If Santi loses that Lord, it's gonna be terribly bad. Recovering it. He has to save on whatever he can. While Lich keeps investing in reinforcing those greenskins, Santiago ups his economy slowly. Will finally capture the relic. Oh no. Well, I'm not even sure if this delay was worth it. Killed the Chaos Marines, delayed the relic cap order, but a lot of Storm Boys have been killed.
We get the job done fast.
Yes, do not. Yes, master, my worm.
Still a tier 1 slaughter going on around the map, no tier 2 for any of the players. Lich is actually tier 2, but he's got no tier 2 units and he cannot produce them without a stronghold. The Storm Boy squad is dead, Lich is low on morale. Trying to encourage Santi and end this game. Good tactic. Forces Santi into committing a mistake. The Lord is dead. Do not listen to your opponent. He's trying to fool you.
Yes, master.
Chaos Armory now almost finished for the Chaos Marines. So with the frag grenade it should become a lot easier with the engagements.
What's it? What's it? Hello? Who's there?
Again, not much happening. I'm gonna speed this up. Another very long game. I think I will end the stream after this game, so a pretty short one with just 5 games this time. Maybe I will do another short one tomorrow or later this week. 5 very long games today on the stream. Lich recovers 2 Storm Boy squads, ready to tie up those Chaos Marines while there's no Chaos Lord around. Santi produces a squad of Raptors. Chaos Lord is not the weakest hero for sure. I think the commanders are actually quite balanced in vanilla. First commander Chaos Lord about the same strength. It's just their effects that are a bit different. The force commander can stun your squad, vehicle, or commander. The Chaos Lord can slow down all that. Farseer has good abilities. The mech can jump. Although in close combat it would lose to both Force Commander and the Chaos Lord. Each hero with its own ups and downs.
What can we do for you?
Can't really tell that a hero is the weakest, really.
Storm Boys is ready for a fight.
With the orbital bombardment, I think the Force Commander is the strongest here in vanilla. Because the orbital bombardment in vanilla does use 16,000 damage. One orbital can take down one HQ, I think. One stronghold can be destroyed by a single orbital. And half of the base with it. That's a lot coming from a Force Commander alone. That's too much. Can't believe this is not over yet. The heavy bolters are here from Chaos. 27 to 10 income. This is unplayable. 52 to 0 still for Lich. He's used every last bit of his power. Only 4 left. You cannot use this anymore. Maybe only for repairing stuff. You can use that for power. Otherwise it's useless. So no power at all at this point for Lich left. He can only reinforce the boys. So not GG yet, back when Lich said it, no rematch yet. The battle keeps raging on. Piotr, I'm not sure if you can build a turret without a stronghold on Chaos, and maybe you cannot build war banners without Orc stronghold. Here now Santi says GG, but is it over really? Or did they rush it again? This is sick back and forth. Where are the raptors? Okay, only one raptor left in the squad. There is no LP on the relic because it's not captured in the first place. You can't build it. Santi tried to capture it once, but it got cancelled by the Storm Boys. Lich doesn't have a squad of Gretchens left. No, that's bad. For Santi, there's two heretics still up and running. Much better. And with the heavy bolters equipped and some power income for Santi, he can very slowly keep adding these heavy bolters to the Chaos Marines, and they can even outrange the big shooters and the Orc LP2s probably even. Unusual base trade game with lots of back and forths. Really not clear yet who's winning this. It feels like it's never gonna end unless a player will give up. Okay, next attempt from Lich.
We're ready.
He can't even add nob leaders now to the squads, no power for that. Only raw storm boys. Santi is even being mean and will not allow a Lich to decap.
What can we do for you? Yes, master.
Another bunch of Orks marching towards Santi's base.
Storm boys is ready for a fight.
Yin tense right now. Lich can't really jump in. The DPS from Chaos Marines can be a bit too much, but honestly he can tie up both squads of Chaos Marines with the Storm Boys. If he does a proper engagement now, I think he can win. Lich can still win this. If he manages to perform a good jump and tie up these Marines nicely. Doesn't even need to jump. Now he only has to follow these Marines until they reach this LP2 and the barracks. Just kill those Chaos Marines and it's over. The LP2 is gonna kill the Storm Boys one by one, slowly but surely. Lich has to change the focus and prioritize the LP2. Maybe that's a good idea, but will this LP2 go down before the Storm Boys are dead? Okay, this looks like the end for Chaos. A really unpredictable game. Well, I guess Santi got pushed to the limits anyway. He tried his best. Now it's impossible to make a comeback. 42 income on requisition for Orks. 19 for Chaos. And finally, GG gets called by Santi. Lich wins this in the end. If only Santi wouldn't lose that Chaos Lord. He listened to Lich, got fooled by the work. At that point in time when the game was played, Santi only had about 6 weeks of experience. He got good at the game fast. Not bad at all, considering Santi was only 6 weeks into this game and Lich probably was playing for around 6 months back when they played. And that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed these 5 games. All of them are rather longer than I've expected. 2 hours and 20 minutes. A shorter stream today. I have to go. Thank you all for joining me live. Thank you those who will watch it in the recording. Leave your feedback below the video. Leave a like or dislike. Don't be lazy to hit that thumb. And if you enjoy the content, subscribe. I will see you on the next stream. Bye bye.